right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's now time to try to solve a system of a quadratic and a linear equation algebraically. Now, I can look at this, and remember we talked about how to solve it was graphically just a second ago. You guys watched those videos. Now, I could try to solve this by elimination if I wanted to, but one thing I do notice is that they both have y by themselves. Okay, and there's also a 1 in front of it, so that's always a positive thing. So what I'm going to do is try to solve this system by substitution. So because I know y equals this and y equals this, I can set them equal to each other. So my first step is to say that negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 1 will equal 2x minus 5. Okay? So now I have an equation. And I do know how to solve this equation. My first step is always to get one side to be 0. So I'm going to add 2x squared to both sides. I'm going to subtract 4x and add 1 to both sides. So what happens is I have 0 on this side. I end up with 2x squared minus 2x minus 4. Now I do see that the greatest common factor between all of these terms is 2. So what I'm going to do is factor out the greatest common factor, which is 2. So I end up with x squared minus 1x minus 2. So when I finish factoring this out, it looks like I'm going to end up with x minus 2 times x plus 1 with the 2 in front equals 0. So if I set x minus 2 equal to 0, I get x to be positive 2. If I set x plus 1 equal to 0, it looks like I get x to be negative 1. Okay? So these are my 2x values in which they will share a common y value. So let's try to find out what those y values are. So I'm going to plug it into this one to find out what the y value is. So I'm going to say y equals, I'm going to use the 2. 2 times 2 minus 5. So it looks like I'm going to get y equals 4 minus 5. So y equals negative 1. So one solution is going to be 2, negative 1. So let's check it in this one to see if that's actually true. So I'm going to say negative 1 equals negative 2 times 2 squared plus 4 times 2 minus 1. So you got negative 1 equals negative 2 times 4 plus 8 minus 1. Those two are going to cancel, so I know right now it's going to be negative 1 equals negative 1. So that's a solution. So let's work with negative 1. So y equals 2 times negative 1 minus 5. So y equals negative 2 minus 5. So y equals negative 7. So it looks like my other one is negative 1, negative 7. So let's check that one out in the first equation. So negative 7 equals negative 2 times negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 minus 1. So negative 2 plus 1 plus negative 4 minus 1. Negative 2 plus negative 4 minus 1 is negative 7. So my two solutions are negative 1, negative 7, and 2, negative 1. So why don't you guys try the next one, and we will see you next time.